know what fucking song that is. I've never heard that a day in my life. You must stop making up numbers. You start making up characters.
Is it ready?
Huh? I hope so.
Is it you recording?
Yeah?
Okay. So
I hope so.
Okay.
Boom! Wagwan.
Back again.
Back again, and we are back with your season roundup this far.
Absolutely.
How many games are we in now? It's match week like 16, 17?
17.
I want to say 17.
So that means 17 games, right?
17 games, yeah. It's been a rough 17. We're going to talk about the Champions
League.
League.
Roller coaster for some, for others it's been a joyride.
I don't know about a joyride. I've had joyrides in my life. It's not straight. I've had joyrides. It's not at all the feeling. It's not giving. It's not giving.
I'd say Liverpool was maybe a joyride, possibly.
Yeah, Liverpool's been joyriding. Yeah. So listen here, why are you trying to dodge, man? Talk to me about the Champions League.
The champions.
The Champions League.
Oh man, look, it's been, it's crazy that Newcastle and United are out. It's really sad. It's sad, and you know what? I feel like really, if it wasn't for Onana, we actually could have been through. You know, and it's tough having to really pin it on him. You know, because it's a character to do. But anyway, he cost us games, bro. He cost United games.
So which game did he cost you?
He cost us, I would say, I would go as far as to say that he cost us the Bayern game.
The first one?
The first one.
Okay.
He cost us the game against Gala. With the free kick.
With the free kicks.
With the free kicks. He didn't drop a ball then. Then there was another game where he dropped a ball, and I think that may have been
the first Copenhagen game.
The first Copenhagen game. And then the second Copenhagen game.
No, the first Copenhagen game he saved the penalty.
He saved the penalty, yes.
Yes, in the 90.
And in the second Copenhagen game, Rashi got sent off, and then the madness happened. No, I know he dropped two.
Yes.
He dropped two in the Champions League. I can't remember which one I know. One in Galatasaray. Yes. One in Galatasaray, and then one in Copenhagen. I can't remember. But sure,
I think it was in the second Copenhagen game, possibly.
But think about it this way, bro. All we needed to go through was 1 point. If we had won the Galatasaray game, just that game, we would have gone through. Just 1 point, bro.
That's the thing, and I think the Galatasaray game put the nail in the coffin for you.
It did. It really did. And you know what I said about the Galatasaray game and the Copenhagen game? In both games, we had the game by its neck. We were playing really well until something happened. That's the thing with United. Something will happen in their games that will derail the game. Like for example, in the Liverpool game, nothing really happened to derail the game. If something goes wrong in the game,
we capitulate.
A flimsy goal, a red card, something goes wrong. We can't recover from that point. It needs to be steady, and we need to keep it there. But if something goes wrong, we'll capitulate. So yeah, it's just tough. But we weren't gonna win the Champions League by any stretch of your imagination.
You were not gonna win the Champions League. We can say that for sure.
Yeah. Arsenal in the Champions League, flying colours, doing well, absolutely.
You know what to do.
Absolutely raped that one team. Well, who did you guys rate that game?
Sevilla.
Sevilla 7-8-0.
I think was it Sevilla that we fucked up? It could have been Sevilla. There was in our group Sevilla, PSV, and then there was another random team, Lens. No, it was Lens that we fucked up. Yeah, because the Lens beat us in their own league.
Oh yes,
so
yes.
When we came back to the Emirates, we showed them how we do
En
things.
die part is a land.
100%, right? We showed you what things is. But we also gave Sevilla, I think, like 4.
Yeah.
We were eating.
You were giving out goals.
No, but I keep saying that it's the thing in Europe. Teams don't respect us in Europe.
Yeah.
So therefore, you'll see Prime Arsenal. No one's doubling our wingers.
Yeah.
Like what? You allowed Martinelli and Saka space. My brother is long for you.
Yeah.
Because I've just come to see now they are at that standard that if you give them space, they will punish you. 100%.
And you guys bring your game to the field. You guys have something you bring to the field. You guys don't go and play whatever game is happening there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's how I noticed with United. We go to a game and we play that game, whatever's happening there. We don't go and bring something like, yo, this is our fucking way of life and we'll bring it there.
Yes, you kind of not putting your it's back to that style of play thing, which I don't think is fair.
Imposing your style upon the other team.
I don't think it's really a fair assessment. So okay, if you were to pick 3 things that is the cause of United's downfall currently, what would it be?
It would be, I'd say injuries, probably. Yeah, injuries. And then I would say also the lack of ability to kind of impose ourselves upon the game. The game kind of imposes itself onto us. That's why, like, if something goes wrong in the game, whether it's the ref, whether it's our team or whatever, things go wrong for us. Because now we must adjust to that. And nobody adjusts to United. United don't go places. They're like, oh no, because of this, we need to change something. You know what I mean? So I think it's that. And then I would say, it's difficult. I would say, not. Maybe I think maybe injuries links into this, but I think we don't necessarily have one team that plays all of our games. Our team is like ever changing, so it's like always you don't really know what you're gonna get when you have different teams.
100%, because like compared to Arsenal, we would lose 1 or 2 players to injury. There is game weeks where we desecrated and we maybe lose like 5 players. But if I were to list from positions injuries you've had this season, so firstly you had Wan-Bissaka out. Then you had Varane out. Sure. Martinez is still out. I'm just going in position.
Yeah.
Shaw and Malacia. So both left backs. Then we go into central midfield. Casemiro's been out.
Yeah.
Eriksen's been out.
Oh, Eriksen, that's crazy.
Then we'll go into the wides now. Oh, Mount also been out.
Mount's been out as well.
Anthony's been out. Rashford's been out for a little bit, like for suspension. Stupid Kaki was sick.
Yeah.
Hoyland was out for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but Hoyland's been there, but he's also out.
He's been consistent, but that's not a consistent team.
Yeah, that's not consistent. And also on top of that, like you can have injuries. Like for example, you guys in City, yes, you have injuries, but then you'll know what you're getting. Like in terms of, let's say fucking Jesus injured, okay, you'll know Eddie will come in and he'll do a job for you. You know what I mean? With us, yes. Wan-Bissaka might be injured. We might get the low, or we might get fucking Harry Maguire playing at right back. You know what I mean? It's like it's not really you don't really know what's gonna go down.
Because now your left back's also out, so the low has to actually go to left back.
Yes.
Now you have Lindelof playing right back, or Lindelof playing left back. God forbid.
Yeah, bro.
Lindelof playing left back is the worst case scenario.
Go on Hollywood Sports Betting and try and bet on what United's team will be when it comes to. I promise you will lose your money. You will lose your money.
Everything.
Whereas with like other teams, you could maybe make something. You know what I mean? You could.
Yeah, you know exactly. Like Arsenal have had big injuries, City have had big injuries, no? But Liverpool's also had a couple of big ones. But like Matip is now out at Liverpool, Thiago's still not back. But Jota's currently out, I see. Who else? But otherwise, Liverpool have had their whole team.
Yeah, they've had the whole team. Yeah.
Arsenal have had Thomas Partey's been out most of the season. Timber's been gone most of the season.
Timber never arrived, bro.
Jesus has been out a large portion of the season.
Oh yeah, Jesus as well.
He's been injured. He's been injured. He's played like less than 10 games so far this season. Who else? Otherwise, like our boys are quite solid, bro.
Yeah.
Like Odegaard was out for a couple of weeks. Saka was out for 1 week.
Yeah.
That was his first game he missed in 3 years.
Yeah.
So I think that's also another like part of it. Like a player's the best form is availability.
Yeah, true.
If you're like Thomas Partey is by far one of our best midfielders. He carried us for like the last season and a half. Thomas Partey has not played a game this season.
Yeah.
Like he played the right back in the first game of the season and he was injured out again, and injuries can really derail project.
But even though like let's say for example Odegaard, let's say he was injured, but could you say confidently that if Odegaard is fit, he's an automatic start.
100%.
Automatic start.
100%.
With United's players, some of these players might be injured. Our starters might be injured, but even when they are fit, you couldn't really say like, yo, this is an automatic starter. Like Varane is now an automatic starter. Rashi, even if he comes with injury, you kind of have there's this kind of like bit of unsurety whether is this an automatic starter or is he just playing because he's a Rashford. You know what I mean? We don't really have that. We don't really maybe even like maybe Maguire. I don't even know him, bro. Could you name anyone?
I can't. I would like to raise one issue though. I think I've seen enough of his body of work for me to realize that Anthony's a complete waste man. Like Ben's aside, I look at him, I look at his game, no? And Anthony's game is best when United is up 2-0.
Yeah.
Then you will see the best version of Anthony. Because now he's gonna trick and flick him just.
Yeah.
He's gonna start spinning. He's gonna be doing mad cut. But like in that Liverpool game, the amount of times he gave the ball away.
Yeah, with some down flicks.
Purposely. Like just there was no reason to do that. You could make a simple 5-meter pass.
Yeah.
And this bro wants to flick the ball through a tiny little space. That one where it hit Indo's arm.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. Because I was cheering for United. As you can imagine, I was the most hardcore United supporter you've ever seen that day.
I can imagine there's a lot of people cheering for United in that game.
100%. So the ball, there's a simple ball through the gap. You decide to hold it, then try to flick it through a little tiny space. It's like, Anthony, come on, man. Like, Anthony, what I expected you saw gonna get and what you have got was so far apart. No? Like, even, let's say you just got him for how much? 80. You got him for 80, no? Even if you got him for 60, you had your money stolen.
You think so?
100%, because what number is Anthony realistically in your mind? How much would Anthony cost based on what he has shown you?
Look,
what would be a fair amount to pay?
Before I do that, I would like to speak on. I think, look, not too long ago I would have completely agreed with you. I thought Anthony was a waste man as well. I did think so. But like, in the recent games, I've come to realize that there is some value with Anthony. There's definitely some positives that I didn't see before. Like, firstly, he works really hard, which should be a given.
Yeah, but that's not a given. That's not a given.
And I noticed this in the buying game. In the buying game, Anthony played like a cycle. He played really well. And I think what just comes down to is his decision making is whack. You know what I mean? He's got really bad decision making, and that I can say for the entire team. Because like, unless there's a counter attack and there's a guaranteed decision, like, we're breaking, there's a spare man past him. If there's players back now and they've got 5 decisions to make, they'll make the worst one. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if there's a counter, there's less decisions to make.
Because you have 2 people to pass the ball.
Or 1 even. It's like, these are obvious decisions. So then they can make, that's why we're good at counter attacking, because we're not good at making the best decisions, because like what would happen is, we do that thing when we stop.
This motherfucker is straying so far. How much is Anthony blood? How long are we going to go on this? Give me a number.
30. I go for a good 30.
You would pay 50 for Anthony.
I paid 30. But only with the current climate, bro. The current climate.
Leander Trossard was 20.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Look here. The thing is, oh man, if you want some Man United, so you got to add tax on that.
Nah, fuckle tax.
You got to add tax.
We talking about fuckle tax here. How much would you pay for Anthony?
Okay, if I was fucking Brighton, I'd probably pay about maybe 30, 25.
I think 30. I think 30 is the magic number with Anthony. If Anthony was 30 million, Anthony would be a quality.
But to be fair, we as United won't ever get players for what they are worth. We won't ever do that. That's like, we are always going to be paying 20, 30 million more. That's just what it is, because people, they know who we are. They can extort us. They know there's a bunch of dumb nice running the transfer shit. You know, like, oh yeah, once the young United's coming, people are rubbing their hands together.
Listen, I'm not tired of this whole United show that we're running. Okay, tell me, who do you think so far in the Premier League is the team that's best performing, worst performing, and then your Cinderella story?
Okay. I think my best performer in Cinderella story is the same. I think it's Aston Villa.
It's Aston Villa?
Definitely Aston Villa. Aston Villa's doing like surprisingly well for themselves, I'd say.
Aston Villa's doing really well for themselves.
And then I'd say best performing, I would go with... I'd actually go with Arsenal, you know. I'd actually go with Arsenal because I think building off of last season, I will put my head up and say that I didn't expect you guys to just keep building like that. And I thought I'd see a dip, but you guys have actually built pretty well, and you guys have like continued. Like, you guys are like pretty consistent, like ridiculous. And I think that's what you had, consistency. And that's just taken you so far. So I'd say, best performing, I'd say Arsenal. And
Worst
performing, you know. I can't even go with United because United's a mixed bag. Like, you could say they worst performing, then
they haven't drew a single game. They half and half.
They drew their first game now against
Liverpool,
Liverpool,
yes.
And you could say they worst performing, but they first. You know, like they look cut, but at the same time they kind of first. So it's like weird. I would say worst performing. Oh, that's Chelsea.
Chelsea, slam dunk. Slam dunk. What the fuck's going on in Chelsea?
I don't know what the fuck's going on with Chelsea, bro. I don't know what's going on with Chelsea.
Bro, when I watch Chelsea play, and y'all know I'm up, I watch football like a lunatic. I watch United games, Liverpool games, Chelsea games. Like, but obviously United is like my first drink of tears would be United. That's like the cream of the crop.
Your tears of choice.
My tears of choice is United, followed by anyone else I can get. You know, if I can get me some City up in that.
Especially if they're in and around that area that your team is in the
Yes.
Like, that's where you want.
No, that's not tears. That's more stress.
That's more stress.
You see, but like actual praying for your downfall. That's like Chelsea and United at the moment. They like meme clubs at the moment.
They are like meme clubs.
I'm not gonna be chatting shit to Liverpool because I know them niggas can catch me tomorrow. You see, I'm not chatting Manchester to City. United, I can still chat some shit, blood. Cinema. I still don't know what that was when we moved.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Chelsea's like I watch Chelsea play, and it's like in the attacking third, everyone just makes the absolute wrong decision at every single moment given. Jackson, waste man. Mudryk, waste man.
Mudryk has been a shocking waste man.
Mudryk for 100 million worth of player. Enzo Fernandez is 100 mil. Mudryk,
They've got
100 mil.
three.
Caicedo,
They've got three.
100 mil.
That's unheard of. That's unfucking
And don't forget the 60 they paid for, who's that, Lavia, that has yet to play a game this
Yeah,
season.
no, it was 60. I was just 80. There was a 60.
But no, Lavia was big bread.
Yeah.
And that he has yet to play a game this season. I look at so many of the additions, and they still have so many problems in their team. They don't have a right.
I've never even seen Nkunku's face. I don't even know what he looks
No,
like.
he's still coming back from him. He must do his ACL.
Oh, I see.
Last season or at the beginning, or in pre-season, he tore his ACL. So
Yeah.
he's coming back now, January side, like that. But or some type of knee injury. I don't see the quality in these players. I see the price, but I don't see the quality. It's like they bought on FIFA.
Yeah,
That's
they did
really
buy
what
FIFA.
it was.
They did buy FIFA.
Like I can't see like a distinct, and I'm not gonna decry Rice, which I'm going to. Declan Rice, when I watch him play, I'm like, so that's 100 million. Declan Rice is the first Arsenal player that I've ever seen where we've paid money and I've been like, okay, so that's the exact amount of money we're worth.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, the God, we got for 36.
Yeah.
Huh? At first, I was like, that 36 is too much. Now, I'm like, I would pay another 36.
Yeah, I'd pay another 36.
I would give you that money today.
Easy money.
Easy
yeah.
money today. Martinelli, we got for 1 million.
Yeah.
That was money well
That
spent.
was a absolute bank robbery.
Yeah, Martinelli, money well spent. Jesus, we got for 45, money well spent. You know, but Rice is the first one where I'm like, so we should have paid them a little bit more for this now. Like, you can actually see his worth out. That's a 100 mil player. Then I look at Enzo and I'm like, what are you actually good at?
But you know what it is, You know what it is? I think with the Rice situation, I think I mentioned this before. I don't think it's often like what or how much you spend, but when you spend it. You know what I mean? So like with you guys were building that, and now it's just the right time to make that 100 mil spend. Not like with Chelsea and United, like yo, you cut now you want to spend.
Off the block spending 100.
You're spending hundreds and hundreds, but you don't even have your shit together yet. You know what I mean? You're buying a turbocharged engine, but you don't have a KB.
You don't have a KB.
You don't have a KB.
Your
man.
KB suspension is in it, your brakes is gone.
Yes, but I think when you're at the right time to spend, like if we had spent that on the Rice, I promise it would have been different. Chelsea would have been different. Maybe you guys, City, maybe even Liverpool. Now it would have been the right way to spend at the right time.
Yeah.
And now it's a piece that you're adding to a already complete jigsaw puzzle. It's one piece. You're not buying the piece and now there's just like 4 other pieces. Now what you're going to do with the other mill's going to do cuck.
I see what you mean.
And he's going to play cuck and it was like, oh, you're 100 mil, you're not worth it. But at the end of the day, the situation he comes into also defines how well he plays. You know what I mean?
And do you know, I think I mentioned this to you before, like with Arsenal this season, with you saying that Arsenal is the best performers, no? Our league position, and y'all can call it what the fuck you want to call it, our league position is an absolute lie. Because everyone's like, okay, now if you sit and you watch Arsenal on the surface, you're like, okay, they're not playing as much free football as last season. They're not flowing like we were last season. Last season we were balling niggas off the park. This season we're not doing that. And I think that in itself is the biggest growth. We've become more defensively solid, and we're playing less risk. So we're more trying to control the game than just trying to blow teams off the park. No?
Yeah.
Our 2 losses, the one was that fucking gemoes of a VAR call with Newcastle.
Oh, yes.
And then our second loss to Aston Villa is a gemoes of a VAR call in the 90th minute again, where we don't get to go. The ball's in the back of the net, it's a handball. The ball clearly hits their niggas' hand too.
Yeah.
It hits their niggas' hand first, then my niggas' hand.
The guy
Was the Kai Evans one, and then their niggas' hand again. It's a handball for Arsenal.
Yeah.
90th minute. I can't believe it.
And I told you about this, bro. I told
Bro.
you about games being decided by non-sporting means. And like on that, now we're here now. We might as well now
Talk about the red cards.
I talk about the red cards, we talk about VAR. Before we do anything, I would like to say that if there was an award, a Pushkas award, a Ballon d'Or Golden Glove award for red card stupidity, for me personally, I think it would be that one he gave. And you had named a few. That one he gave the low.
That one in the
Martinelli. Motions,
that one in the Martinelli when I sitting like an elite
and I read that came back and
of
just
absolute shithousery.
Yes.
Where you question this person's sporting ethics. Like, does this ref have something on this game?
Yes.
Like, is he a Liverpool supporter? Because never in my life, no. And this is on a bigger issue. Sorry to cut you off, but do you know that 3 games ago, in the Premier League, we had reached the amount of red cards that we had in I think it was in 15 games, we had surpassed the amount of red cards last season in 38.
Fucking crazy.
In 38, no?
Yeah.
At this point where we are now 17 games in, we have surpassed the red cards, no? In each 38 game season for the last 4 seasons.
Bro.
We haven't even hit halfway. We're not even halfway. Now clearly, no, there is a because the players did not get more violent.
Yeah.
It is the referees.
These are referees.
Because the referees, no, are so adamant on, oh no, they're cutting out dissent in the game. They don't realize how much games they are changing with all of these yellow cards and these red cards. They are shifting and I'm telling you, the challenges aren't getting worse.
Yeah.
It's the refs that need to have their own dick sucked off. Yeah. The refs need to feel important. The ref needs to feel like he's the starter. You see that there's like a documentary on the referees in the Champions League.
I hadn't actually seen it.
My bro, this cuck is like out there looking like some kind of
Amazon.
Amazon documentary. When the pressure's on, that's when I focus.
That's my time to shine.
But no, what cuck? This isn't about you. It's like, no, and they're like, oh no, the abuse of referees is too big. Maybe they being abused for a good reason. Yeah. And okay, this, honestly, you go to a job, no? The application on the job is that you are going to work in a factory where they clean human cuck. They just distill human cuck. They take out our cuck water and they clean it and make it normal water. When you get to work, you say, you upset, you go to the union because the fucking factory smells like cuck. What the fuck were you signing up for? The fuck you, why you a ref then? You fucking think players are gonna fucking swear at you?
Yes. Bro, swearing and yes, okay, I'm not saying abuse. Swearing and dissent has been a part of the game for centuries.
Why the fuck did you become a ref?
Decades, bro. What, grow up.
This was your choice. There's no organization, no underground fraternity.
Yeah.
That is human trafficking people to become referees in the Premier League.
Yeah, bro.
You masterpooses so fucking spoiling our game. What the fuck?
And I told you, bro, like fucking the fact that these games are being decided by fucking these refereeing decisions and not by, oh, this is the better team, they should have won. Do you know what I mean? Now, it's just like there's one team, there's another team, now there's a third entity. A divine power, if you will. A divine power that decides, oh, this is a yellow card, but this isn't. That's a handball, but that's not. It's really up to them now. It's simply not sporting. It's simply not based off of football. It's based off of what a man in the sky fucking thinks this looks like. Do you know what I mean? Like that handball, you could have said the ball hit that Bryce handballs, then could have said okay, penalty. But you could have also said okay, no go. Do you know what I mean? Now it's up to them to decide. Instead of just okay, so that's now there's 2 sides, but let's leave it to what happened on the field. Let's let it go.
And now, you know what fucks me up about it? Now I know I'm cussing a lot. I'm very passionate about this. It's like where we going?
Yeah,
we played 10 minutes. No? So they said that they stamping down on time wasting this season. No? Yet this season we've had more extra time than the last 2 seasons combined.
Yeah.
No? Like that's a known fact. So they're clamping down on time wasting, yet we have more extra time than we've ever had. So make that make sense to me. That's the first step. No? Secondly, have you also noticed how many injuries everyone is getting?
Yeah, bro, Madrid has 3 ACL injuries.
And trip on it, don't you think it's maybe down to... So, you've played soccer, I've played soccer, no? Yeah. I know what 90 minutes feels like. I know exactly what 90 minutes feels like. I know when it's the 85th minute. It's excruciating.
If you haven't played, it is fucking
So when you get to the 85th minute, no? And you've been playing 85 minutes since age 6, no? To age 25 that you are now, no? When you get to the 85th minute, 90th minute, regardless of what you're telling yourself, no? Your brain knows this game is almost done.
Yeah.
Your body knows this game is almost done. So your body's already tired. You give that little bit extra more. You exhausted, but now your body's in that we make those tired challenges.
Yeah. You're basically falling into the challenge. Basically.
You're falling into the challenge. Now, add an extra 12 minutes on top of that. You were tired at 85.
That's crazy.
You were dead at 85. Now you're pushing your body into that overtime. An extra 12 minutes on top of that. That is the 12 minutes your body had no interest in.
Yeah.
So 12 minutes on every game for people that have been playing until the 95th minute, which was a lot last season. Huh? For 20 plus years, this nigga has been playing till the 95th minute. You just added an extra 8 minutes on top of that.
Yeah.
Your body, as much as it sounds far-fetched now, your body's programmed to do that. Your body's programmed to give that much.
And it's marginal things, bro.
It's marginal, no? But can you explain to me
difference.
how so many big clubs and so many clubs in general have a roster's worth of injuries? You could make another team from Newcastle's injuries, from United's injuries, Chelsea's injuries, Brighton's injuries. There's so many teams that have been desecrated by injuries. And this wasn't happening before.
Yeah, true. And on that point, I actually had a conversation with someone. So I know someone also that watches the United stand. And Mark Goldbridge, shout out to Mark Goldbridge, my nigga.
My man.
He had also pointed that out, no? And I had spoken to someone about that. And they said, you can't really pin all those injuries on like extra 12 or so minutes. But like even like right now in this moment, I had read this book once before Tommy Abbott's with this. Not even okay, they scrapped that. You know Sir David Brailsford for
Yes.
United. So he had taken over the British cycling team, no?
Yes.
Essentially, and they were cut for years.
Yes.
And what this man did was he worked on the 1% rule. He changed 1% details, like the seat, maybe how long the spokes were, very small details, and that caused him to win the Tour de France. And if you look at it, bro, small details often have big effects. Like if a plane takes off here and that radar is off by even a fucking degree, your destination could not be Joburg anymore. You could fucking end up in fucking wherever, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's little small changes.
It's margins.
Small margins can make a big effect down the line because it like kind of, it snowballs down. You don't necessarily see it like, 12 minutes can't equal more injuries, but it does.
It 100% does.
It's those marginal things, bro. And it makes a big difference. And I just think they're not seeing it that way, bro.
They definitely not, no? All they are seeing is they're seeing, oh no, it's some extra time, it's this and that. I think at the end of the day, something needs to be done. Someone needs to say something because all they're doing is they're adding more games. The games are now lasting longer. The players' rest periods. Think, no? After the season was done, all of our players went to the Nations League.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? Why are we at the Nations League? Why did Bukayo Saka get 3 weeks of rest after playing 60 games in a season? I'm saying once the season is done, give these people off. Look in NBA. In the NBA, they go deep into the season. They play a lot of games. But they also get 4 months completely off from all basketball operations.
And also get timeouts and you can just swap players out whenever you want to.
Exactly. And the thing is, in those 3-4 months now in basketball, players have time to work on their game, to improve, to add skills. I feel like in Premier League seasons, you're just flowing from one to the next.
Yeah, true. And you know what? It's this whole commercializing of the game, you know. At the end of the day, it's just a money kind of thing. You know what I mean? They want more games, more money, and the referees want fucking numbers on their back with their stats.
100%.
They want stats.
Yellow cards this season.
Oh, here's my team. He's got 10 red cards and fucking all the shit percentiles. Like,
100%. He's no nonsense.
There's now fucking rankings for referees and shit like that.
100%. The power ranking, you just see fucking Howard win, bro.
I'm sure some fucking clubs are going to be putting in transfer fees to give the refs on
100%, you know, and then before the game, the ref, you know how they give all the players and all their poses? One day he's gonna...
The ref...
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I can see it happening.
Ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous.
The ref in his power pose.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or the yellow, the play-ons leading to a goal. Fucking
All of
stats
that,
like that.
all of that. Kijk, most opportunities made on the break.
Yeah.
Most times, most fluent games, most minutes played, most minutes with the ball in the field. So he just lets the game flow.
Yeah.
All of that.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, it's coming.
It's coming.
Because they want to build, what they want to do is like, they want to build a story so that the watcher is more like, it's more entertaining that way. You know what I mean? That's like how you kind of do this whole sport thing, you make it entertaining for the watchers. And so the Premier League got so like, watchable, and then like the most they did, like the Richard League. Because like, we love this fucking drama.
And look at the Premier League table currently. That tells you why it's the best league in the world.
Yes,
we
bro.
say that at the same time, Leverkusen is top of the Bundesliga.
Nah, that's crazy. Smack Xavi Alonso.
Xavi Alonso, that's a sexy young nigga.
Xavi Alonso, if you're watching this video, and I'm sure you are, please call me.
Manchester United. I want to mention Xavi Alonso was Estiabola, one of my favorite defensive mids in the world.
I heard about him actually. Apparently, so his father was a manager. I heard Mourinho talk about him. His father was a manager. He had worked under Guardiola. He had worked under Mourinho. Where did he work under? He worked under, what is that Bayern coach he worked under? He worked under, it was Guardiola at Bayern, and then at Liverpool it was Benitez.
Yes.
Think about all of that, bro.
He's the great minds that he worked under. In Spain, he's worked under so many great managers as well. Worked under Del Bosque for Spain.
Yes, bro, Del Bosque for Spain.
He's got that mentality monster.
He's been a part of a couple of the best teams of our current generation. And Mourinho said this guy before he became a coach. They asked him which player that you coached would become a good coach, and he said Xabi Alonso has it all to be a great coach at the highest level. So watch the space with Alonso. Watch the space.
Wait, watch that space. But guys, we've reached the end of our episode today.
The cap has been reached.
It's been great. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, it's been love.
Before we go,
Yes.
announce a live show.
We're announcing the live
Play
show.
the trailer.
Play the
Show,
trailer.
let's see
This
the
football
trailer.
trailer.
Because you don't want to pay our editors. That's
100%.
why.
Our editors are out here fucking starving
Yes,
in this,
bro.
in this
Our
global
children haven't
economy.
eaten in days.
100%,
Days.
blood. Nigga
But
say
anyways,
that.
look guys, all that shit aside, we are planning on doing more live content, maybe with some call-ins, maybe with some even video calls, voice notes, whatever.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to have your say, please hit us out.
Send us a
If
video.
you want to be famous,
Send us a
us
video,
out.
a voice note,
Send us
anything.
out.
We'll listen to it. We'll play it in the show, blood.
yeah, absolutely. Much love. GG's. Until next time. That one went a lot longer than I would expected.